The Manchester Fire Department says it has started to see an increase in the number of fires in the parish. As you hear in this report from Shamela Pullen, the firefighters say they started to see the uptick at the end of January.
Since the start of the year, the Manchester Fire Department says it has responded to 63 calls. That's according to Deputy Superintendent of the Manchester Fire Department, Rowan Powell, who was given his report at the Manchester Municipal Corporation's monthly meeting recently.
44 of which were genuine. We still are struggling with malicious false alarm. 8 of them were malicious false alarm. 4 were false alarm with good intent, and that means persons would have seen an instance of fire. Assistance would have been given from the community, and by the time the fire brigade gets there, situation was brought under control. Special service. And 5, this is where I speak to things like oil spill, cement spill, stone on the roadway.
And speaking about oil spills, Mr. Powell says most of these incidents are happening along the Melrose bypass and the Spurgery area.
Overladen trucks are creating a nightmare and posing a hazard to vehicular traffic. Oil spills, and a lot of these trucks, when they pass through, they seem to be servicing their units on the roadway and just leaking out all the oil. It poses a serious challenge for motorists. And we have seen an increase in the number of accidents. Thankfully, we have not had any fatalities from them.
Therefore, he's calling for the police to collaborate to address this issue before lives are lost. In the meantime, Mr. Powell says with the dry season approaching, the fire department has started to see an increase in the number of fires. He says the numbers started to pick up at the end of January.
We had a situation in Kabla where a flower garden caught fire. There was no injuries. On the 3rd of January, a shop fire at the Winston Jones Highway. No injuries, no body left homeless. And we had a restaurant fire at Ward Avenue on the 2nd of January. Thankfully, there were no injuries. Over the period, 7 adults and 8 children were left homeless.
Mr. Powell once again called for residents to avoid starting fires where possible or be careful and monitor when they lit fires, especially around this time of the year. Shamela Pullen, TVJ News.